Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dava Priyonugroho. I'm a student at Pinasarana Informatika University with a bachelor degree in management. I'm from class 64.1F.07 with the student ID number 642507119. Today, I would like to share my opinion on the Indonesian economy under President Prabowo Subianto administration. First of all, if we look at the current state of the Indonesian economy, it actually still quite stable. Our economic growth is around 5%, and the government is working to increase that figure to around 7% in the coming years. However, on the other hand, we also face considerable challenges. For example, the occasional rise in the price of basic necessities, the unequal distribution of purchasing power, and the persistence of economic disparities between large cities and rural areas. Now, under President Prabowo administration, several key economic policies are being implemented. First, the government is focusing on food self-sufficiency so that Indonesia can no longer rely on import and even become a food exporter. Second, the government is also striving to attract more investment, both domestic and foreign, to create new jobs. Third, the president also emphasized budget efficiency so that state spending can be more effective and targeted. Judging from the result so far, the Indonesian economy remains relatively stable. Investment is starting to increase, and several programs in the food and industrial sector are starting to show results. The government is also starting to encourage digital transformation to make our economic sector more modern and efficient. In my personal opinion, I see the direction of economic policy under President Prabowo as quite positive and ambitious. The focus is clear, building a strong, independent, and people-centered economy. However, in my opinion, its success depends heavily on implementation on the ground. If the programs are truly implemented well and closely monitored, I believe the Indonesian economy can grow more rapidly and equally. So, in conclusion, the Indonesian economy under President Prabowo has great potential for growth, provided it is implemented consistently and equitably. We have abundant resources and vast market. It's just a matter of how the government can utilize them wisely. I'm personally optimistic that as long as the government is serious, transparent, and informs the public, the Indonesian economy can become stronger and its people more prosperous. That concludes my opinion on the Indonesian economy under President Prabowo Subianto. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we meet again. Previously, I gave my opinion on Prabowo Subianto administration. Now, I will explain about the simple present tense. Project Basic English 1. Simple present tense. I'm studying at Binasarana Informatika University in major in management. My name is Dava Priyonugroho. with the student ID number is 64250719. I am from class 64.1F.07. What is simple present tense? The simple present tense is a tense in English used to express facts that are always true, daily habits, routine, or general circumstance. It indicates action that occur repeatedly or permanently, not action that are currently taking place. There are two types of sentence in the simple present tense, namely verbal and nominal sentence. In the next few slides, I will explain them and give example of sentence. For nominal sentence, the formula is for positive sentence is subject plus to be plus noun or adjective or adverb. For the negative sentence is subject plus to be plus not plus noun or adjective or adverb. For the interrogative sentence is to be plus subject plus noun or adjective or adverb plus interrogative symbol. There are three to be in simple present tense, namely is am and are. For the subject, there are he, she, it, I, you, they, we. For example, for the positive sentence, she is a beautiful woman. I am happy to be with you. I am a student. For the negative sentence is she is not a beautiful woman. I am not happy to be with you. I am not a student. For the interrogative sentence, is she a beautiful woman? Are you happy to be with me? Are you a student? And for the verbal sentence, you should use verb. The formula is for positive sentence is subject plus verb 1 plus object. For negative sentence is subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1 plus object. For the interrogative sentence is do or does plus subject plus verb 1 plus object plus interrogative symbol. This is the verb rules for he, she, it for the negative sentence and interrogative sentence. If the subject I, you, they, we, and plural subject, you should use do in the sentence. For the subject, if the subject is he, she, it, or the singular subject, you use does. Especially for the subject he, she, it, and singular subjects, the endings s or es or is are added to the verb. For example, for positive sentence, I play football. They study English at school. We eat breakfast. For the negative sentence, I don't play football. They don't study English at school. We don't eat breakfast. For the interrogative sentence, do you play football? Do they study English at school? Do we eat breakfast together? Verb rules for he, she, it. Add s, es, or is in the endings of the verb. In the simple present tense, when the subject is he, she, or it, we usually add s, es, or is at the end of verb, but only a few verbs we can use it. If the verb ends in o, sh, ch, double s, or x, we add es on the verb. Example, for positive sentence, she works in a bank. He drives a car. He eats meatball. For negative sentence, he doesn't play football. She doesn't study English at school. She doesn't eat junk food. For interrogative sentence, does she work in a bank? Does he study English at school? And does he play football in the field? If the verb ends in O, sh, ch, double s, or x, we add es on the verb. Example: I play football becomes to he plays football. I wash the car becomes to she washes the car. I mix the ingredients becomes to he mix the ingredients. I go to school becomes to he goes to school. If the verb ends in a consonant plus y, change the y to I and add es. And if the verb ends in a vowel plus y, just add s in the end of the verb. For example, for a vowel plus y, I study becomes to he studies. I cry becomes to I cries. For a consonant plus y is I play becomes to he plays. I stay becomes to I stays. Okay, the presentation of the basic English project for the exam is finished. Uh, there are the presentation for the exam project basic English 1. Thank you for listening. Goodbye everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.